The family dinner was supposed to be a celebration, laughter, clinking glasses, and warm conversation. But in a single shocking moment, the air turned cold. A black woman, seated as an honored guest, was struck across the face by the host's husband. Gasps filled the room. Silence followed. No one could believe what had just happened. And then, breaking the unbearable stillness, a small voice rose, his daughter's voice. Her words, trembling but piercing, would leave her father frozen and expose a truth no one could hide. Watch until the end. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. The dining room glowed with golden lights. The table spread, with food, silverware shining. Relatives and friends gathered, sharing stories, smiles, and laughter. Among the guests was a black woman named Angela, invited by the host's sister. She was admired for her kindness, intelligence, and warmth. She carried herself with quiet, dignity, her presence adding grace to the evening. Children adored her, adults respected her. For Angela, it was simply a night to belong, to feel welcomed as family. But one man did not share the warmth, the host's husband. Though he wore a polite smile, his eyes revealed another story. He bristled at her presence. Each laugh she shared, each word of respect she received seemed to deepen his discomfort. While others enjoyed the evening, he simmered quietly, bitterness growing inside him. No one suspected that beneath the pleasant surface, resentment was waiting to erupt. Angela moved gracefully through the evening, helping children with food, listening attentively to elders, and sharing light-hearted moments with those around her. But her very ease seemed to provoke the man in the corner. He muttered under his breath, sighed whenever she spoke, and shot her sharp glances. His irritation was no secret to those sitting close, but most dismissed it, thinking he was merely in a bad mood. The breaking point came when Angela rose to help clear plates. The man's patience snapped. His voice, filled with venom, cut through the air, a comment about knowing her place, disguised as a joke but dripping with malice. Some laughed nervously, others turned away. Angela, refusing to be drawn into ugliness, stayed silent, her dignity unshaken. That silence infuriated him further. As she returned to the table, his anger boiled over. With shocking force, he slapped her across the face. The sound echoed in the dining room, louder than the laughter had ever been. Plates rattled, guests gasped in disbelief. Angela stumbled but stood tall, her eyes steady though her cheek burned. The room froze. Conversations died. The cheerful dinner transformed into a scene of horror. No one moved, no one spoke. All that remained was the sting of injustice laid, bare in front of everyone. The silence was unbearable. Angela stood still, her dignity unbroken even in pain. The man's hand shook, but his face hardened with false defiance. Just as the weight of the moment pressed heavily on every chest, a small voice cut through. His daughter, no more than 8, rose from her seat. Her eyes glistened with tears, but her voice was steady. "Daddy, are you a bully?" The words struck harder than the slap itself. Every guest turned to look, stunned. His mouth opened, but no answer came. In that moment, he wasn't the powerful man at the head of the table. He was exposed, laid bare by his own child's truth. And for the first time, he felt powerless. Angela, with remarkable grace, steadied herself and returned to her seat. She did not retaliate. She did not shout. Her calmness was louder than any outburst. The family sat in silence, their hearts heavy, their respect for her deepening with every second. But for him, the damage was done. His daughter's words echoed like a verdict he could not escape. He had not just humiliated a guest, he had destroyed the image his own child held of him. Shame gripped him in a way no punishment could. That night became a lesson for everyone present. that silence enables cruelty, and sometimes the smallest voice carries the most incredible power. So how many more voices must rise before we finally listen? Which country and city are you watching from? Take care.